Reacting to my Isekai life, again a second character class and became the strongest sage in the world, episode 12. I'll be watching it from my Dai-2 website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Oh, and I like the boom noise on Dai-2 website. At least to me, it never gets old listening to it. At least in my opinion, anyway. I like when it goes like noise. It sounds like fucking laser beams are going off. Okay, now the music really is setting the mood that this truly is a season finale. Dun, dun, dun. I'm actually impressed with that having all these separate creature animations. Shows you that even for like the simpler stuff in the episode, the animators, they're still going in relatively hard. Whoa, okay. And I kind of like this too. It's nice seeing how even like some of the civilian characters or people near villages are actually handling this situation too. That's actually nice because at least it does a little bit of world building and showing us how some of the more common folk in this series actually deal with conflict too. To the credit of the writing staff of the series. Oh! Okay then. At least we know a little bit more background story about him. Even though, yeah, I kind of wish the Sage would have had more build-up because he does feel like a random ass final villain. And if I'm being honest with this situation, yeah, the fighting involving the Sage in the previous episode was cool, and it's probably going to be cool in this episode. He ain't exactly going to be the most engaging villain that I've seen in an Isekai anime, with the lack of build-up. My Isekai life. Yep, that's how you truly also know it's the season finale. Aside from this being the last episode on High Dive's episode count, it also has the title of the anime to boot. Okay. I kind of like how when you have one and the other saying that technique, they switch the color in the subtitles. I like that little touch. Just to identify whether it's our boy Yuji saying it or the Sage saying the spell. And yo, the particle effects, nice! The thing is, though, he's going to have to rely on the townsfolk to protect people in the towns because he cannot afford... Wait. Oh. I was going to say, is he going to be able to afford it, though? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He has to focus all of his energy on the Sage, unfortunately. Because if he ain't careful, he could lose the fight. Like, straight up. I do like how he's even... this is what I do like about Yuji, though. I like the fact that he's even trying that. Despite how... Oh, it's been a while since they're showing off our blonde beauty here. I was wondering when they were going to show her off. He actually did. Yeah, okay. I like the way this is going. I don't think it's other songs are fucking fun. This is adorable. Huh. Hmm. Aw. These slimes never seems to put a smile on my face. Like ever. And it's nice seeing those girls too that were joining with Yuji just a few episodes ago. That's actually nice. It really does give this episode pretty cool season finale vibes. Because if this is how you're going to end off a series, potentially, if it never gets more episodes, at the very least here, we're going to see it bring it all back together. This is the fun of anime season finales when they're handled right. You get memorable moments like this. That's actually nice too. Yeah! It's nice seeing the soup, dude. Nice! I love this. Actually seeing how people, the ones that have been moved by Yuji helping repair their town, now they're willing to defend their town. There's something really wondrous about that. Yeah, it's a minor moment. Oh, even the dude that built all the equipment is nice. You would hope I don't stand no chance. But I don't know what you consider helping him out. Now, this is growth here because I've been wanting to see more of Yuji's past before he got isekai'd. Because now it shows us that he truly has learned to accept help and to not just shoulder everything on his own shoulders. This is a nice character development for him. They really love the animation quality when he does that. Yeah, so far the animation quality has been really good, Daniel Witz. While this series itself isn't amazing, the production values of this series are amazing, to its credit. And that I do appreciate. I always appreciate some good production values. All right. Ha! Okay, that's usually like feet with like all the trees he tore down. Durr. Okay, that's badass. I like how they even given some of like the minor characters their own times of kicking ass too. Now this is fucking nice right here. Well, what everybody's gonna do, I hope he pulls it off fucking quick, because he's gonna need a haul. He's gonna need a haul ass against the Sage. That sounds slightly ominous to me. Hopefully it implies that it's something ominous towards the Sage, though. At least I hope. Okay, that's actually pretty slick. And I kind of like it too because it makes even like background characters, or side characters like Dai-2 a bit more useful, because had she not been there, our boy would have been doomed. So I like this. It further emphasizes the point that Yuji is more prone of accepting help, and how he wouldn't have been able to make it this far without the help he's received throughout the series. That's why I love that moment with him gaining a lot of his shape back at the very least. How in the world is that salvation if it's absolute destruction? You really can't call it salvation at that point. Although I don't think our boy cares about this man's past, though. One bit. Okay. This actually utilized flashbacks well enough for moments like this. Just see how much of a long way he's come. It's actually pretty nice, to its credit. I'd say our boy's fighting for more than just no reason, though. All things considered, he's trying to protect the world from being driven into like absolute chaos. I'd say that's way more than just nothing, if y'all ask me, anyway. I'm just saying. Hmm. Oh shit! It looks like it's about to unleash something epic. Ha! Yes! Okay, that looked like it actually did some real damage. At least that's what the optimist in me would like to believe. Talk about ability though. It's like so strong you can't even move away from it. And saying that, yes. You could say that this fight's going to end pretty simply with him doing attacks like that. But I'd say it presents it well enough to the point it's like, this is entertaining to watch. I was like, Ikyo! Hi, sir. These slams are like some of the most huggable, adorable characters I've seen this season. Holy cow. Oh boy. And there is no fucking way to say he's surviving that. That thing. That's enough. Okay, this attack looks like it's gonna be filthy. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no way the Sage is gonna survive this shit. There is no fucking way. If he does, I'll be fucking shocked. Whoa! I just love how the slimes look right when they're about to unleash a spell. I kind of like this too, where it even emphasized the importance of the legendary armor. Where if it wasn't for that, all this wouldn't have worked. Oh man, you're just doing what it needs to win. Yeah, finally! Fucking finally! Yes! About fucking time! Yeah, in a way, he pulled it off, Daniel Witz. He fucking did it! Yeah! Okay, I admit, even though, yes, they didn't give Sage a lot of build-up as a villain, I gotta admit the fight itself was damn fun to watch. Which I'll comment on that in the series overview. Like, don't worry, I'm like any issues the series has, I'm not gonna ignore them. But I'll be lying if I said this series isn't entertaining as shit, because it's entertaining as shit in instances. Good thing he did, because he probably would have been annihilated without the barrier. Now, this is all like, seeing him actually just barely win a match with multiple scratches on his body, so at the very least it shows you that, yeah, if he had just made a single mistake, then he would have truly been dead. Well, thankfully, at the very least, absolutely massive amounts of chaos didn't happen. On the positive side, at the very least, Hmm. Okay. Kind of feels like build up for a season 2, which I hope this series can get enough a Blu-ray sold or source material sold for a season 2. Well, I've always thought I could see why he'd want to leave. He always wants to keep a low profile. I could see why he'd want one. Yeah, that makes sense. He'd be taking a little bit too much risk. I mean, he worked hard not to show up on their list in the first place. So if he were to show up and celebrate, there's a chance they might troll him. So yeah, you know what? That's actually the smartest decision, all things considered. As they should. They deserve to celebrate. After all the shit the villagers went through, they fucking earned the right to relax. As for anime characters saying, "Arigatou gozaimasu," it never ceases to put a smile on my face. They honestly did. I kind of wish this final episode would have been spread out to 2 episodes just to see some of like the side characters do their thing and a little bit more of the Sage's backstory. But overall, though, this episode's been damn good. Just a little bit rushed in a few places, but still really good, though. And even like the character acting is really good. Like when he's got the guy with like one of his arms and he's like winking like that. I love sort of little animation details like that. Or the lines bouncing him on a proud wolf moving his mouth when he's talking to is nice. I mean, yeah, all things considered with what went down, yeah, you would hope it's a good day. Damn, well, that sucks for Walter. I don't know, but that doesn't seem like it's so trivial, though. I'm just saying. Oh, stop. Yep. This feels like a potential cliffhanger for season 2. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Okay. This doesn't even feel like something out of a sci-fi anymore. Straight up, that feels like something out of like a science fiction anime now. I really do hope our boy can completely fuck up all the remnants of like the Blue Moon Salvation, because these evil fuckers piss me the fuck off. I want to see these Blue Moon Salvation fuckers wasted. Absolutely and utterly fucking wasted. And I can't be the only one wanting that to happen. Oh, never mind. You're just gonna tell. Oh man, I'd be thinking that they're gonna do something tragic, but then you have our cute little slimes absorbing them like the badasses that they are. What was I getting worried about? You know, this monster is such a fool. Poor monster. This monster actually thinks it stands a chance against the goat Yuji. Look at he's got like zero concern in his soul. As he should. I mean, these monsters look like they're going to be easily disposable. Ha! Well, it looks like Cannibal Tiger is about to be cannibalized, though, by whoever is going to receive that tiger. I just love the way he says that, all matter of fact, like a fucking Chad. I am not going to blame her. I mean, Yuji's a fucking freak show. And I mean that in a good way. Oh. Oh, man, he's precious. I love her. Oh, shit. No, like, I hope he explains to her that he just fights by himself. I really hope he tells her the actual truth because so that she doesn't know. Okay, this Mega chick is kind of hot. No, she's hot. Okay, shit. I love that character design. They kind of already explained on it, so they want to cause absolute chaos for the most part. Wow, she's smart. Whoa, okay. Chick is wise. Oh shit, he's doing the whole glasses push thing. Well, that other boy's name has certainly spread around. He's gonna have to accept life as a celebrity now. He's got no choice. I think they skipped it though, Daniel Witz, because we know he would have won that easily. That's why they skipped it. But yeah, I kind of wish we would have seen it too, though. But anyways, here's how I feel about this episode. I give it a 9 out of 10 because it did rush a few things. Like I would have loved to have seen him comedically take down the tiger. But no, it was more than that. Yes, it was cool to see that the side characters got to do things. But most of the stuff the side characters did happen off screen, which is a little disappointing. Because this series, its strength is Yuji and the slimes, but every other character that's not Yuji or the slimes, they suck, which is a deterrent towards the series. But this was still a great last episode because the fighting was great, visually it was great, and that's why I give the episode a great tier 9 out of 10. Now, if I had to rate this series on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being 9 to 10 being exceptional, I give it a 5 out of 10 if this is the last time we ever see the series. But if it gets a season 2, then I'll bump it up to a 6 out of 10. Because as it stands, there's so many unresolved loose ends in the series to the point it's like I can't rate this above average unless it gets to season 2 that resolves every single plot thread, at least does things satisfactory enough. And saying that this cute little musical number with the slimes is fucking cute. I fucking like this. It's adorable. But yeah, that's why overall, for now, my rating is a 5 out of 10, unless it gets to season 2 and then it goes up to 6. And here's why. While I did love Yuji and the slimes, there wasn't really a lot of other characters that had depth. The villains in the series were introduced just to be defeated like that. You had none of these villains have any presence. So even the Sage, while yes, he gave Yuji an epic fight, the Sage fought only to be taken down. We didn't get to see much of the Sage's backstory before he got turned into the monstrosity that it was, making the fight against him have less weight than it should have, considering this is the last fight of the season. Can I expect the last fight of the season to have an antagonist that has a little bit more weight? So that's the weakness of the series. I like Yuji. I love the slimes, but every other character is like, eh. And in saying that, here's another weakness of the series too, because some episodes were slow. Like some of the episodes where a boy was like getting all these items for soup was nice and food. But it's like how this contributed to the plot. I would have loved to have seen more episodes on the Moon Salvation group and all that kind of jazz. And sometimes the series, it dragged things out a little bit too much than I would like. That's why I can't give this a highest rating, or at least I can't give it a 7 or 8 out of or 9 out of 10, because this series, well, yes, I enjoyed it. Objectively speaking, it could have utilized this episode runtime a little bit better. And saying that there were positives, I did like the production values of the series. The voice acting was amazing. The slimes kicked ass. The music was great. And that's overall, despite some of the flaws the series had, I still enjoyed it. And yeah, it looks like that's just, well, no, 4 more seconds and that's it. But that's why, yeah, despite the flaws that the series had, I still enjoyed the fights that it had, some of the humor with the slimes and Yuji. But I'm saying that, though, if it gets to season 2, though, it needs to go a little bit harder in making some of the side characters more interesting. And then maybe speeding things up and adding more depth to its villains, because that's something this series lacked. It lacked villains with depth. Pretty much, Daniel Witz, but it didn't do that. And that's the biggest shame of the series. Or even the whole plot story with like those, the slime was listening into the villain's conversation, but we're not going to probably ever get anything regarding that unless it gets to season 2. That's why this series, I liked it, but I can only really give it a 5 out of 10, which for me is average, because in my skill, 1's abysmal, 5 is average, and 10 is exceptional. But overall, I still enjoyed the series, and if we were to get a season 2, I would definitely watch it. But as it stands, well, this is pretty much like almost every other isekai I've seen, where it's like, most isekai, where it's like, yeah, they're entertaining, but that's just it. They don't go anything beyond that. They don't do anything that sets themselves apart, because most of them never end. Now, this series were to get a season 2, then things could change. But that is a big if, though. And nowadays, most isekai don't even get a season 2. Hell, Re:Zero, which is supposedly a super popular isekai series, doesn't even have a season 3 announced yet. Anyways. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the series and the last episode in general. But anyways, y'all, right before I go, though, let me just say thank you very much to Daniel Witz for commenting on the live chat. Thank you everyone else for watching my video. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and also be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And have a great day or night, everyone. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye, y'all.